Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your career and life purpose reading for now 17 until next year 18. So these messages, be open to what you're about to hear. It won't apply to everyone, but it will explore some of the things you might be experiencing for this year to come. So if you've been thinking about certain career paths, if you're changing career, um, and if you're exploring things right now, or just wondering if you're on the right path, maybe you'll get some insights and inspirations from this reading. So, just to be clear, some people worry maybe they're not living according to their life purpose or their calling. Your life purpose will catch up to you, okay? So, even if you're a handyman or woman and that's what you do for a job, you work with your hands and that's what you get paid for. But on the side, people come to you for advice all the time, your family and friends, and you're not getting paid for this, but this is a part of your life purpose, okay? So you will be doing your life purpose. Some people are, it's like a cherry on top. If you happen to find your calling and get paid for it and mix them both together, then, that's great. But you don't necessarily need to have one career your whole life. You can always change it up and just, you're creating yourself all the time. So you're going according to what you feel in the moment. So it's important to pay attention to your intuition, and you have a strong one, okay? So pay attention to that and anything else that you feel, and move forward step by step with that. So I hope that's clear. And if you get any other insights from the reading, feel free to post it in the bottom section below where the comments are, and maybe others can learn from your ideas as well. So, overall, your main message here for this year will be to focus on moderation. Okay. So, uh, not too much and not too little. Okay. So, it's going to be a year of keeping track of your habits. Okay. So, you have to be careful overeating, especially if you're emotionally up and down. Maybe drinking too much. Okay. Smoking comes into this. Uh, Over medicating yourself. So pay attention to that. And it could also come in the form of shopping, okay? To fill like a void. You have to control this year. So do everything in moderation. Overspending, be careful over exercising. It's just going to give you a delay in manifesting your dreams and your wishes. So it doesn't mean they're not going to happen, but when you do everything in moderation and not in excess, you're in balance, then the energy around you flows much more easier. Okay. So it's definitely going to be that type of year, especially if you're thinking of cutting back on something. It's going to be part of your life purpose to do this. And also, freedom versus responsibility. So you might, and especially because you have the freedom card at the top there, but you might get a sense like you want to break free and just do whatever you want, and maybe put responsibility on the back burner. But this is also related to that. So balancing freedom and your commitments. Okay. So make sure, if you're going to take a risk, make sure it's going to be a calculated one this year, especially. Okay. And moderation's also, balancing out your shadow side, the dark side, with the good side. So quotations, good side. But, we all have a dark side and good side in us. And it's about, balancing those two out. So if you have confrontations this year with people, taking a step back and before just lashing out and just exploding with all your emotions, learning to, balance the emotions out. That's what's coming up, okay? And coming out more assertive and just in a more calm manner, but still getting your point across. So there's going to be like a bit of up and down there, but this is all a part of your life purpose because you are a very passionate sign. You're about go, go, go. Whatever you feel, you'll say it right away. So it's a time to kind of take a step back and more weigh things, pay attention to how what happened, how you feel, how the person might feel. So it's all about looking at all sides this year of the coin, whatever situation that you're in. And it's a good time to pray if you're feeling stuck. Pray for strength and courage to achieve your dreams and your wishes. Okay, so beautiful cards here. Also, going to the freedom card there, this is saying that you're not a victim, okay, in any situation that you're in. Uh, don't get into the victim mode with people that are your superiors or controlling you. You do have options, you do have a choice to be there or not, okay? So just as long as you know that and you tell yourself, I'm here because I want to be here, especially in a job that you're not, that sure about and it's a bit toxic, know that you do have more options and just start being more open to that possibility. Don't stay fixed in this is it, this is the rest of my life. It's not, okay? So it's a card that's telling you not to worry and that you're on the right path. So that's coming out for you. So whatever you're doing right now, you're doing it right, okay? Um, and the other thing that's coming to me with some of you is you're looking for work that's allowing you more mobility and freedom. So you might be launching your own business on the side, or maybe you have something online and your goal is to move around anywhere and to work from anywhere that you wish. Okay, so that's great. So just keep creating tangible, concrete goals and keep doing that. Okay, keep like focusing on that this year. Entrepreneurship, that's calling a lot of you strongly. And if you're working under someone, a lot of you're looking for, or maybe you already have a boss or superior that's allowing you freedom and flexibility to do things on your own time. Okay, so you don't want someone breathing down your neck all the time. Scorpios hate that. So that's something that you value at work. So maybe you like your job, maybe you like some people, maybe it's just like your boss sometimes. So what you value in a boss will be important for you to look at this year. um, and it's a lesson learned. Next job that you get, you take a look at that and you see like what kind of person this is, because that has a lot to do with your well-being overall. Okay, but overall, the freedom card is a card that's saying take responsibility of your life and you'll be in a happier place. Okay, working from home, that's another one coming up. Maybe even working from somewhere where there's water around, like an island. I don't know, that's coming up, or near water. And Scorpios love, that's your element, water. So you love being around the water. Beautiful card. Um, And a lot of you, I'm sensing you're light workers. You want to do work that you want to make a difference. You're very intuitive, okay? You pay attention to feelings and emotions. You're a big empath, okay? So people come to you for advice. You listen very well, okay? It's very hard to listen. It's not a skill that we practice, especially in, Northern culture. We're used to being extroverts and, it's like more valued, it seems, to um, talk and talk and talk and share, but you have that skill of listening. So for those of you that are interested in a spiritual career as a spiritual teacher, this will be very beneficial for you. So it doesn't have to be like in the picture where you're like this guru or whatever. It could be just teaching body and mind and spirit in any sort of way. It could be being a psychologist, it could be counseling, you could be, a teacher and you're with youth and you're helping people and they look up to you because you have a lot of leadership, so you could help them move forward with their dreams. You could even be teaching symbolisms or religions, but overall, you help people through teaching in classes, workshops, or seminars. Okay, so that's the main message here. You give great guidance with your words, okay, and people love telling you their secrets. They feel very comfortable around you. So anything like life coaching, counseling, even a psychic, clairvoyant, you could even do that. Maybe you're even interested in astrology and numerology and all those, the metaphysical subjects. even healing arts, Reiki. So be open to that. And, some of you might even find a spiritual teacher, someone to help guide you on your path. So there's a saying, they say when the student is ready, the master will appear. So maybe you're in need of that and you're going to come across a person that you really trust. So wonderful card there. Okay, some of you I see you're in deep reflection this year, and there's a lot of personal growth happening, a lot of personal development. You could be going back to study, going back to school. This card has anything to do with reading, research, education, um, to help you gain confidence and clarity for your next steps or your next career. So some of you be changing your career path altogether, and that's great. Congratulations for that. And that's going to help you build confidence. Maybe you're doing it on your own on the side. You're reading a book that has a lot of things for you for something you want as a hobby on the side, or maybe something you want to do part time. So, whether you're doing something full time or part time, it doesn't matter as long as you're doing it and that's a part of your life purpose, okay? Whether you're getting paid or not getting paid, that's entirely up to you. But overall, you know, pay attention to books as well that keep popping up. Maybe there's a book or a sign out there that keeps telling you to read a certain book. Maybe there's something in there for you in some book or a movie or a play or anything. Um, yeah, using the internet, reading articles, technology, it all has to do with this as well. So researching, um, what else here? And even, taking classes, having a mentor to help you, but you're going to unlock something this year. So the keys to knowledge, okay? It's something your wisdom will grow even more. And this connects to the spiritual teacher card too, because you've been there, done that, and people are coming to you for you to help them on something that you've experienced. Okay, so whether you're like 16 listening to this, you have, the soul of an 1,000-year-old person. Like, so many things. So be confident in yourself that you do have the ability to reach your dreams. And you could go to school, whenever you want, as long as you're still living, there's blood pumping through your veins. I always say that, it's never too late. So whatever you really want, that's kept coming in your head, that's a sign from your spirit guides to move forward with that. Okay. What else is here, guys? This is, you have justice. There it is. Okay, so this is a very Scorpio kind of card. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Okay, this could tie into justice, also spiritual law. So again, teaching about mind, body, and spirit. But it could be a career or job in law. Okay, legal services. Judge, lawyers, lawyer assistant, legal assistant, anything like that. So protecting others from unfairness, that's a quality Scorpio has. Even, if you're not in that as a career, whenever you see unfairness in the workplace, you'll probably be the first one to jump in. Whenever someone does something from like your friends or your family, you're the first to speak up and be like, that's not right. You'll stand up for other people if you see someone else, treating them bad or treating them unfairly, where most people, they might back away and they'll be like, that's none of my business. You will step in no matter what because you see something that's unfair. So you're really good at that. Even mediation, like maybe marriage counseling or anything like that, political science, city planning, security all falls under this card. Scorpios are great investigators. Okay, so I mean, you don't have to be a private investigator and go all out, but you could if you want. You'd be great at that. But you could even do that because you're great with the who done it kind of situation. So you could even do loss prevention in a company like that handles retail. Just it could be something simple as long as you're using those skills, those qualities that you have. Okay, so see how there could be so many different careers, but you have transferable skills that could be applied really anywhere. Okay, even HR. So as a human resources, helping employees to better themselves, and that handles employee complaints, uh, and you protect the employee. Okay, so it could be a career in HR as well. Social work falls under this card. So for those of you working under charities or social work, dealing with conflict resolution, that's a big one. Um, but yeah, you have the natural leadership to handle these tough, sticky situations, and you're very observant of human behavior. You love that. So you have your eye out on everything at all times. You see people's movements, you read between the lines, whatever people saying, you know what they really mean. So this is all very psychological and you get it. Okay. So I hope that gives you guys clarity so far, and you connect to some of the paths or your purpose this year, whatever it is that something you need to face. But overall, for those of you who are a little bit confused and you're not sure what to do, this is saying that you're on the right path. Okay, so maybe you feel guilty, maybe you quit a job that you just couldn't take it anymore. It's saying it was the right thing and to keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Okay, so move forward and just, pray to your guides, pray to the angels, your spirit guide, God, source, whatever it is you believe in, whoever it is you feel comfortable praying to give you guidance and more clarity on the steps to take next. Okay, on your path. But, everything you were meant to go through, that's behind you and you've made yourself so much stronger. So it's good sometimes if you're in a limbo stage, especially if you're transferring, if you're moving from one career to another, uh, it's a confidence boost. If you look back and like do a little life review, see where you've been, all the skills you use at every job, and see where you want to go. And once you do that, even volunteer, even events you've attended, travel, you're going to say to yourself, hey, I did a lot of stuff in life. And, if I did that then I could do so many more things now. I'm so much more equipped. So take your time. You don't have to hurry. I mean, it's up to you for that. I don't know if, how urgent it is for you, but, um, you'll know when the right time comes for you, whether it's to start a project, launch your own business, reach out to that person that you need to reach out to. But overall, it will be an interesting year of, creating new paths for yourself, learning, definitely. And again, balancing. You're going to be like a Libra a little bit this year. So just everything in moderation. Okay. I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great year, and I'll see you next month for your monthly readings. Bye bye.